Okay, so now we are doing question number 10. Which of the following could be the height of a bicycle for children? Now, if you are a child, you're 12 years old, your height, if you stand next to a bicycle, will be like this, right? Something like this. Now you need to know, or you need to have a rough idea of how tall you are. So most likely you are between 1.5 meters to 1.6 meters. You are about there, okay? That high. Now we want to give you a sense of how tall things are. If you look up your ceiling, if you're in a house or in your classroom or in your room, in your bedroom, the height of your ceiling, where your fan is, this height would be about 2 meters. Okay, so now we can start the question. Because the ceiling height is 2 meters, we know that this cannot be 8 meters. Can it be 8 cm? How big is 8 cm? Your ruler, if you look at your ruler, the small one is about maybe we don't use a ruler. Your pencil, okay, a normal pencil, that's about maybe 10 cm. Okay, this is a pencil and it's about 10 cm. So we know the bicycle cannot be 8 cm. What about 80 meters? If the height of the ceiling is 2 meters, then the bicycle can never be 80 meters. 80 meters is like the height of a short building. So not 80 meters. 80 cm, more likely, right? Remember, you are 1.5 meters, which means this is in cm is 150 centimeters. So yes, it can be about 80 cm. This is our answer. Okay, I will erase this. Try on your own. The thing you want to remember about questions like this is to have some kind of reference. So you know how tall you are. You need to know how tall you are. You need to know how tall the ceiling is. You need to be able to see things in terms of centimeters and meters. How long is 1 meter? How long is 10 centimeters? Okay, pause and try this question. Okay, we're going to try number 11 now. In the figure ABC is a straight line. What do we know about a straight line? All angles on a straight line, this is 180 degrees. So from here to here is a total of 180 degrees. So x must be, to find x, we just take the total, which is 180, minus 40, minus, and I'm going to minus here, then you minus 25, 3, 1, 5, 1, 1, and then you minus 30, 115 minus 30. So that's our answer, 85. Pause the video, try this question again, and then move on to the next question. Right, number 12. Find the average of the following 10 numbers. So you got 10 numbers here. What do we know about average? Average means you add all the values. Okay, then you divide by the number of values. So adding all values means 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 4 plus 5 plus 4 plus 0 plus 3 over the number of values. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So divide by 10. Okay. Now I'm going to teach you a shortcut on how to add numbers up. You see this 2 and 3, they become 5. 3 and 2 becomes 5. 1 and 4 becomes 5. This 2, 5 and 4 becomes 9. Okay, now 5 and 5, 10. Now we add this one together, becomes 15. This 2 here becomes 12. So the total will be 15 plus 12 over 10. Oops. 15 plus 12 divided by 10. So it's 27 divided by 10. Now, any number divided by 10 or divided by 100 or divided by 1,000. When you divide, what do? You write down, this is the same as one of the questions before. Write down 27, the decimal place, because this is a whole number, decimal place is here. Divide by 10 means you're going to move to the left by how many? 10 has got 1 0, so we're going to move to the left by 1 time. So the answer is 2.7. 2.7. This is our answer. I'm going to erase. Try this question again. You have to remember what average means. Once you can remember what average means, you can do a question like this. An average means you add all the values, then you divide by the number of values. Pause, try the question, and then play once you're ready. Okay, now we're going to do question 13. Table below shows different colored files in a box. Information is represented by a pie chart. So you got the colors, green, 12 green files, 10 red files, 5 white files, 3 yellow files. Okay, so we know that green has got the biggest number, 12, right? Which means that the biggest area must be this. This is green, and this is 12 green files. What's the next biggest area? This one. So this must be 10 red files. The next biggest area is C, right? So that must be this 5 white files. And then the last one, the smallest one, is A, and this is 3 yellow files. There we go. In the pie chart, which of the following represents red files? So our answer is D. Okay, I will erase. And you try. And then play once you got the answer. Okay, number 14. 14. Eric received 200 as a prize. So $200 as a prize. This is how much he got. He gave $70 to his mom. So $70 about like so to his mom. What is the percentage of prize money he gave to his mother? So to get the percentage, you need to find the fraction first. So what is the fraction? Take 70 divided by 200. This is our fraction, okay? So we can do this first. So we get 7 over 20. Okay, this is fraction. Now we want to find percentage. What do we do to find percentage? You take the fraction multiply by 100%. How do we do this? This becomes like so. See the 0 at the bottom and 0 at the top? Now be careful when you're cancelling the zeros. 1 0 at the top, cancel, 1 0 at the bottom. And that's all. That's all you can do. Then what else can you do? You see this number 2 and number 10? You can divide by 2. So 2 divided by 2, you get 1. 10 divided by 2, you get 5. So our answer is 7 times 5%. And this is 35%. This is our answer. I'll erase this. You pause the video, try this question, and then you can play once you're ready. 15. In the figure, ABC is an equilateral triangle. What's the meaning of equilateral triangle? It means that you have a triangle, all the sides are the same length. So if this is 5 cm, this is also 5 cm, and this is 5 cm. If this is 50 cm, this is also 50 cm, and this is also 50 cm. Okay, that's the meaning of equilateral triangle. So number 1, sides are the same length. This is 1. 2, when they talk about equilateral triangle, each angle is 60 degrees. Must be 60 degrees. This is something you have to memorize. Please remember. So 60 degrees. Okay. All angles are 60 degrees. Now with this information, what do? We put this 60 degrees here, 60 degrees here, 60 degrees here. Now they want us to find angle X, which is this angle, right? Angle X, this angle here. What do we know about angles at a point? One whole circle like this. What is the angle? One whole circle is 360 degrees. So, how do we find X? To find X, we take 360 minus 60. Then we minus off 70. And we get 230. This is our answer. So this is 230 degrees. Number 3. I'm going to erase this. Pause the video, try again. If you're not sure, replay the video. Rewind this part. And try until you understand. Until you get the answer right. Okay. Let's look at the next one. Mr. Leong baked some pies to sell. Figure 1 shows the number of pies that he baked. Figure 2 shows the number of pies that were left unsold. Okay, so this is the number of pies baked. These are the number of pies unsold. Okay, now before we do anything else, we will write down the numbers. So here we know that we always start from here, okay? So we can find out what is one division. What is the value of one line? So this is, let's count, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So this must be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So every line is 10. So this must be 10, 20, 30, 40. This is 140. So this must be 120, right? This is 110, 120, 130, 140. This is 150. On the right hand side, this is 50. This is 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So this is 90. This is 80. Now we go to the question. How many yam pies and tuna pies did he bake all together? So yam and tuna, bake, right? Let me zoom out a bit. So yam and tuna, so what do we do? 120 yam and tuna is 150, so we get 0.72, 270. That's our answer. Okay, I will now erase this. You try this question. Pause. Once you get the answer, you press play. Okay, now we do question 17. How many apple pies did Mr. Leong sell? So sell apple pies. Let's look. What do we know about apple pies? Number of pies baked, 140. Let's write that down here. He baked 140 apple pies. Let's look at the next graph. Number of pies left unsold, 50. He had 50 apple pies left. So if we were to draw a model, if you want to draw a model, it will look like this. This is the total amount he baked. 140 apple pies. And he had 50 left. So how many did he sell? He must have sold this much, right? And how do we get this part? 140 minus 50. And that gives you 90. That's our answer. I will erase this. You pause the video. Try on your own. Make sure you can get the answer. Okay, now we're doing 18. Which of the following fractions is the smallest? There are two ways to do it. I'll show you the first way. First, when we see fractions, it's very difficult to compare if the denominators are not the same. See, this denominator is 4, this is 6, this is 3, this is 9. So the denominators are not the same. So if you want to compare, you make the denominators the same. Let's compare 1 and 2 first, okay? To make it the same, we multiply by 3. So we get 15 over 12. And this one we get times 2 times 2. We get 14 over 12. Now remember, we are looking for the smallest, right? So between number 1 and number 2 is smaller. So we cross out number 1. Okay, then we erase this so we don't get confused. Okay, now I'm going to compare between number 2 and number 3, right? This one is a mixed number, so I'm going to change this to an improper fraction. How do I do it? I go this way. 1 times 3 plus 1. 1 times 3 plus 1 over 3. 1 times 3 is 3 plus 1 over 3. So I get 4 over 3. Okay. Now I'm going to erase this. We will look at the common denominator. So what do? I can make 3 into 6 times 2 times 2. So I get 8 over 6. So which is smaller? 7 over 6 is smaller than 8 over 6. So now I can scratch this one out. Okay. Now we compare number 2 and number 4. Okay, I'm going to erase this first. Now we're going to compare number 2 and number 4. Number 4, this is a mixed number, so we will change it to a to an improper fraction. 1 times 9. 1 times 9 is 9 plus 2. 9 plus 2 is 11. I'll write it down. 1 times 9 plus 2 over 9. So this is 11 over 9. Okay, now we look at the denominator. 6 and 9. What's the common denominator? We can do this. Multiply by 9, right? Now 7 times 9. 7 times 9 is 63. And 6 times 9. 6 times 9 is 54. Okay, now what do we do below here? Multiply by 6, multiply by 6. 6 times 6 is 66. 9 times 6 is 54. So now we can do the comparison. 63 and 66. Which is smaller? This is smaller. So now we scratch out number 4. Okay, so our answer is number 2. This is one method. What's the other method? Okay, if you want to try using this method, you can pause the video now and try. Okay, now I'm going to show you the other method. I'm going to erase this. The second method looks like this. Okay, this is 5 over 4. 5 over 4 means 5 divided by 4. 5 divided by 4 means 5. Okay, wait, I'll do it this way. 5 divided by 4 means 5 divided by 4. Notice the way as I say it, notice what I write. Right? So one more time. I say 5 divided by 4. Okay, the reason why I'm emphasizing this is because sometimes you get these two numbers mixed up. You don't know which one goes under the division sign. Okay, so we divide this. So 1, then we get 1. Put a decimal point here. Bring down the 0. This is 2. 2. Decimal point, put a 0. After you put a decimal point, you can continue adding zeros. Okay, now the 0 comes down. This would be 5, 20, and this is our answer, 1.25. 7 over 6. 7 over 6 means 7 divided by 6. 7 divided by 6 means 7 divided by 6. So 1, 6. You are out of numbers, so you put a decimal point. Put a 0. Bring the 0 down. Now we divide. 1, 6, 4. Put another 0. Bring the 0 down. This is 6. That is 6, 4. And we're going to stop here, okay? So this is our answer for now, 1.16. Now you can immediately compare 1.25 and 1.16. We know that 1.16 is smaller, so we scratch out number 1. Okay, now we're going to compare number 3. We're going to change number 3 into into a decimal. I'm going to erase this so we have more space. Okay, when you see 1 and 1 over 3, this is 1 whole. When you see 1 whole, it means 1 whole. Okay, now the 1 over 3 means 1 divided by 3. 1 divided by 3 means you write it like this, 1 divided by 3. How do we divide this? 0, 0, 1. Now you add the decimal point. Now you add the 0. So 3, 9, 1. 0, bring down the 0. 3, 3 times 3 is 9, 1. We will stop here. So this is 3, 3. Remember, we are comparing number 2 and number 3. So when you compare like this, you can see that number 3 is bigger. So we scratch this one out. Now we compare number 2 and number 4. Number 4 is 1 whole 2 over 9. Remember, 1 whole means 1 point. 2 over 9 means 2 divided by 9. So 2 divided by 9, you write it this way. 2 divided by 9. So you put 0 first, right? 0 times 9 gives you 0. Then you can minus off. Put the decimal point. Now you put a 0. Bring the 0 down. 2, 18. 2, 0. Bring this down. 2 again. 18. 2. And we will stop here. Remember, we are comparing number 2 and number 4. So you can see that number 4 is bigger than number 2. So we scratch number 4. This is our answer. Okay, this is the other method. For some of you, this is a simpler method because you can actually see the numbers. You don't have to find the common denominator. I'm going to erase this. You can try this method. Pause the video, try this method. Make sure you can get the answer. Okay, now we're doing question number 19. The figure is made up of two identical right-angled triangles. Where are the right-angled triangles? Right-angled triangles means you have a triangle and one of it is a right angle. Right angle means it's 90 degrees. Okay. So you got two right-angled triangles and they're supposed to be identical, which means exactly the same. Okay. So the right angle is here, which means that this 36 is actually over here, 36. And this part here, all the way here, this is also 36. Oh, sorry, not 36, 39. Okay. But we don't know this part, right? How do we know this part? Okay. Here, let me use a different color. The bottom part here is this bottom part. So this is 15. Now, just now we said that this part here, this red part, is actually this red part also, right? And this is 39. So now we can find this part here, this portion here. How do we find this portion? 39, which is everything, minus 15. This is 39 minus 15. Red part minus yellow part gives you the blue part. And this is 9 minus 5 is 4, 3 minus 2 is 1, 24. Okay, to make things clearer, I'm going to erase this. I'll now put 24 here. What is the perimeter of the figure? Now, perimeter means you're going to go this way. Pick any starting point. Perimeter means all around, the outline, okay? This is perimeter. So I'm going to choose my starting point to be here, 15. So 15 plus 36. So that's 11, 1, 5. Now I plus 39, plus 39. 0, 1, 9. Then I plus this side. So plus 24, 4, 1, 1. Then I plus this part here. Notice I put ticks so I can see that I'm going around. I'm not missing anything. Okay, so plus 36, 0, 1, 5, 1. So 150. This is our answer. Okay. So remember, when we are doing perimeter, we are trying to find the outline of the figure. Okay, I'm going to erase everything. Try this question again. Make sure you get the answer. Try it on your own. Okay, now question 20. Davy cut a cake into 12 equal pieces. So because of that first question, our first sentence, I'm going to draw this 12 pieces. I'll divide it into 4, divide into 3. Now I have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. She ate 3 pieces. Okay, 8. Gave a few pieces to a friend. Few pieces, but we don't know how many, right? Now we read the next line. After that, 1/3 was left. Where's 1/3? We know that everything is 12 pieces, so 1/3 of 12 pieces means 1/3 of means times 12. So this is 1 times 12 is 12 divided by 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4 pieces. So 4 pieces was left. This is left. So how many pieces did she give to her friend? This is the part that she gave to her friend. And how many pieces is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 pieces. But let's look at the question again. It says what fraction? So fraction means the number of pieces over the total. Total means 12, right? Everything is 12. All of this is 12. So 5 over 12. This is our answer. I will erase. Pause the video. Try it on your own. Read one line and draw something. Read the next line and draw something. Okay. And that's the end of section A.